What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building. And first things first, as always, I gotta say thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. Thank y'all for coming through. Go ahead and comment down TG to thank him and where you're tuning in from, and I'll definitely be sure to get back to you with a response. So as you can see, if you clicked on today's video, the build that I'm going to be bringing y'all today on NBA 2K24 is going to be a rare one that I'm calling the Rebounding Big. Now as far as for this one today, I'm going to be making it out of the center position, and as you can see from the gameplay on screen, everything is going to be exactly what this build can do. Now from the offense to the defense, I think we're pretty effective, especially when it comes to the build overall for the attributes. We're going to be able to get a 99 plus when it comes towards your standing dunk, the post control, defensive rebound, and then also the stamina. But on top of that, we're also going to get a total of 50 badges. Now when it comes to this build overall, we're also going to be able to get elite standing contact dunks with extra passing styles. Now you're always welcome to make any type of changes or adjustments along the way, but I promise you the way that I'm bringing it to y'all today is going to be the absolute best. Now I really appreciate the support, thanks to every single one of you, and before we move any further, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to join the rich family. That's what we call ourselves here, and if you're tuning in, you are welcome. So let's go ahead and get started with the creation of this build. The first thing that we're actually doing is going to be putting it under the center position. Now as for the height, I did mention we're going to go with 7'1", with the weight being brought down to 244. And then as for that wingspan, I'm going to put it to 7'8". Now from here, I really mention on every single video that I bring to y'all, the physicals are the absolute most important part to get into first. Now remember, for those of y'all who don't know, you do get a +4 from doing your Gatorade facility workouts. That means each and every star that you get from doing your drills, that's going to be a 1 to 4 added towards this area. So let me go ahead and check the notes. As when it comes towards the speed, we're going to go ahead and put this up to a 61. Getting into the acceleration, I went with a 46. And then as you get into that strength, I'm going to put this to a 90. Now as we get to that vertical, let's go with a 68. And then as you get into the stamina, we're going to put this to a 97. Now if you include the +4 that we do get from those Gatorade facility workouts, we're going to read a 99 plus stamina. As for that vertical, this is going to go up to a 72, 94 strength, 50 acceleration with a 65 speed. Now I wanted to make this build be able to play like Shaq, and especially be able to bring you still a rare build name. As far as when it comes towards the defensive end, that's going to make it even better. So as for that interior defense, let's go with a 65. 64 when it comes towards our perimeter, and then as you get into that steal, let's go with a 60. Moving into the block, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 77. And then as for that defensive rebound, I'm going to go with a 99 with a 64 for the offensive side. So let's go ahead and take a look at these badges together. We get Hall of Fame Box Out Beast, Rebound Chaser, then you get Silver Pogo Stick. As far as for the defense and offensive side, the same exact thing. Now for that block, Anchor on Bronze is going to be mandatory, same thing for Chase Down Artist. Now as we move into the steal, we also do get Interceptor, Workhorse for the perimeter with Off-Ball Pass. A little bit more of the same when it comes towards that interior defense, but for the defensive end as a whole, if you know what you are doing, I think the attributes are perfect enough to be effective and be a huge threat defensively. So from here, let's go ahead and move into the most important area, which I think is going to be the finishing. As you get into that close shot, move this all the way up to a 68. Once you get into that driving layup, let's go with a 68 here as well. And then as you get into that driving dunk, I'm going to move this up to a 60. Now as you get into that standing dunk, this is going to be essential to go with a 92. And then for that post control, let's go with an 85. Now this is what we're going to be looking like on this side of the floor, but as you can see for these badges, you get Gold Drop Stepper, also Back Down Punisher, Post Spin Technician, Silver Dream Shake with Unpluckable, and then you also get Hook Specialist on the bronze tier with Post Fade Phenom. Now as we move further down the line, you get Gold Fast Switch, Rise Up, and Precision Dunker, Silver Aerial Wizard. Now as for the driving dunk, a few of the same badges here. We're also going to be able to get Brown Slithery, Bunny, 2-step on the silver tier with Spin Cycle. For that driving layup, we actually get a lot of extra badges. Fearless Finisher has always got to be one of my favorites. On top of that, you get Silver Pro Touch, Scooper. All of these are going to make a huge difference, and for the close shot, a little bit more of the same of what we just went over. Now I'm pretty happy with this build, especially from what you have seen on screen with the gameplay. One of my favorite rare build names to bring to y'all, but we're not done yet. We still have a few other areas to get into. So for the shooting, I'm going to put my mid-range shot all the way up to a 76 just to be effective. Once you get into that three-pointer, let's go with a 77, and then moving into the actual free throw, let's go all the way up to a 60. Now if you do activate your takeover, I'm telling you this is going to clear up that free throw. But as for that three-pointer, we get silver catch and shoot, claymore, corner specialist. Now for the other badges, you get brown spot fighter and whistle, blinders as well, and then even when it comes to deadeye, that's going to be a huge effect on this build. Now gold comeback kid really upgrades the shooting, and then for that mid-range shot, the main difference, of course, I'm always telling you this, but it's going to be silver midi magician. Now for the defensive end, going into the offense, I think you're pretty effective, especially considering we did everything needed in order to get those elite standing contact dunks. Now let's wrap everything up with the playmaking. Go ahead and put that pass accuracy up to a 77, and this is what we should be looking like if you followed along. But remember, feel free to make any type of changes, adjustments along the way to your own liking and play style. For this side of the ball, we do get silver break starter, dimer, post playmaker, relay passer, special delivery, bronze touch passer, and needle threader. Now everything for this build is maxed out at 99 overall, and if you do decide to activate your takeover when playing on this build, you easily will get anywhere from a +5 or 10. Now on top of that, if you buy boost, that's another +4, the performance boost, and on top of that, if you do decide to wear gear, that's anywhere from +1 to 3 depending on what you're wearing. Now overall, from the gameplay, you've seen just how dominant this build can be. I really want to say, if you made it this far into the video, thank you for your support. So let's go ahead and move a little bit further down the line to make sure that everybody made the build correctly. Now we should be able to get these 3 different players as the comparisons. We get some crazy names that honestly, Adonis Sabonis, Yusuf Nurkic, and Nikola Vucevic, I'm not even going to say it correctly, man, but when it comes to this build, we have created together one of the most rare and usable rebounding bigs out of the center position in NBA 2K24 next gen. Now add up everything of what I previously did mention, and I think this is easily one of the best builds to use at the height of 7'1" and the center position. I'm telling you, man, our purpose here is to spread positivity. Every single one of y'all who comes through, I just want to say God bless you. On top of that, any negativity inside of the 2K community, be sure to spread it with love and positivity, and I promise you, as long as we make a positive impact, that's the main thing that I want to leave behind. Now for everybody who is still watching, just know, this is really just to start with spreading my positivity. I'm going to continue to do so going into the next year. But without further ado, if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button, smash that like button, and turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.